Press.
Wow, that's such a reassuring.
Okay, meeting is called order at 5:05. We definitely have quorum. I believe we're in compliance with open meeting law.
Yes, we're good.
All right, I invite you to stand with me, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Having public comment.
Just Galen.
I know. We had no questions asked last month and no communication or correspondence that we have not already received. Minutes from the October 23rd meeting. Thank you to Christy for filling in. You should have received these this morning. Or
It was first thing this morning. I'm sorry. It meant for it to be last thing last night, and then
That's okay. So
that was a bad plan.
wait a couple of moments and let everyone check their work. The only thing I noticed was, Jeff, I don't remember what time you left.
Yeah.
Is that necessary to note? Or does it not really matter? I don't think any more votes.
Oh yeah,
placed
when did
after
you leave?
left.
6:30.
6:30. Yeah.
7.
Oh.
Actually, it's probably after.
Right? No. More voting after.
I don't think we did either. Because we didn't, well, did we do the bills after he left? What did the agenda look like last month? Were they first or were they last?
The budget we may have finished after Jeff left.
Okay, so maybe that's, Chrissy, if you can make a note, even up at Jeff's name that he left. Okay.
You were on the
At
first
that
item
time.
4.
And then.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Any other comments, questions, or clarifications?
Okay. Yeah, so we did do the budget.
It's afternoon. No.
And I am looking for a motion to approve as suggested.
I'll make a motion to approve as adjusted.
Motion made by Becky Steinbach. Do we have a second? Mark Peterson. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Motion is carried.
What was that?
The treasurer's report is the separate little packet.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Bruce, what would you like us to know?
Well, there really isn't anything dramatic that has changed on the expense side. But we should note that this, you've now made 2 very nice book sale deposits. Thank you to the friends, thank you to the employees. And the book sale has brought in over $2,200, which is very nice. The last of that is not, last 360, give or take, is not reflected on the treasurer's report because it's deposited the other day. That'll come out of the next one. Basically, the summary is probably all you need to see for today, but you do have all of the different accounts attached. Then I also want to just real briefly touch on the finance committee. We met last week. We looked good. Since I wrote up 2 sentences. Now the Phillips Public Library building is approaching 35 years old. We're going to request the city council at the January committee for the regular January city council meeting. They direct us to create a library building maintenance fund within the city's accounts. Don't note it here, but I have cleared that with the auditor. We're gonna go through, kind of put together a little bit of a presentation of sorts. We'll work on that over the course of December. We're going to ask the city to use any balance remaining from the 2025 budget at the close of the year, which may occur this year due to the unanticipated and unusual personnel changes this year. And as well as Becky having been off for a good chunk of time and whatnot. So between everything, we're likely to have a few dollars at the end here. We're going to ask the city to use that as startup money for such a fund. And then we're going to ask the library board going forward for 2027 budget to include a line item for an annual line item for the library building maintenance fund. Since this building is gonna need stuff and it's a city building, you should be funding it appropriately. So that's a little report. There's nothing, no action necessary. Just wanted to bring everybody up to date on what we've been doing.
Thank you, Bruce, and your committee. All right, directors.
All right, we had a very busy month. My staff was amazing. They all deserve a week off. But anyways, I'm really looking forward to being fully staffed again. My 2 new people start December 2nd because I'm not here on December 1st. It would have been so nice to start people out on Monday, but whatever. Iblis is coming in on the 15th to do some training on Sierra, and then myself and Evelyn and the new full-time person are going to be trained on interlibrary and loan. Yeah, so this is great. Vale's leaving and we are going to have Vale's party on. Hang on, it's a Tuesday. It's her last day. So Tuesday, the 16th, from 3 to 6, we're gonna do, kind of what we did with Jody. We'll have some food, we'll let everybody sit around. So come and wish Val luck.
16th.
Yes, the 16th is a Tuesday. All right. I'm sure there was more, but my brain is finished. So that's all you get today.
If possible, in the next couple of months, if the new staff feel up to joining us for a meeting, even briefly enough to say hi and meet the board, that would be terrific.
Okay.
Not a demand, just you.
Yeah, at the December meeting when I only need 3 of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And of course, the board in the meantime is welcome to come meet them at work. Okay, staff meeting minutes. I believe were included. Yes. Any questions about either the director's report or the staff meetings or Becky?
One small one, on the staff meeting number 4, it just says the library is no longer accepting donation. Is that short-term, long-term? We're going back to the 1 week a month or what's?
I haven't decided yet. The bigger problem right now is that I don't have a good way to get rid of them. And there was kind of a kerfuffle, and Bruce Marshall was going to help us out. And then I think the city must like me more than I think they do, which is really nice. Because one morning they just came over and took everything without me even whatever. But they at first told me no. I got them donuts because I felt bad. But I was told in no uncertain terms to never do that again.
Okay.
So, and the problem is that there isn't anybody in Phillips anymore that takes books except for us. And the quality of what we're getting is not great. And, we store it, but it's kind of a pain to store it. And yeah, if I don't have any way to get rid of it. So at least through the end of the year, I don't have the staff to go through it and sort it right now anyways. And then I think maybe we'll have to talk about it after the first of the year, because we could still have a smaller book sale every year with what we read. And our materials are always in better shape than what we get donated anyways. And we could probably make about the same amount of money just doing that for like a week or 2. And it would be way easier on everybody. So at least for right now, but I want to wait till my brain isn't thinking about 50 other things, and then I'm really going to think about
Okay, sounds good, thank you.
Wait till it's only 45.
Here you go.
it. I know, thanks, Jeff. No adding to it, by the way.
Circulation report graphs are pages. Any comments or questions?
You got them in color this month. Aren't they pretty?
I appreciate the colors.
All right. Any updates from the friend group?
They met, they're going to do a holiday bingo of some sort. So look for a holiday bingo from those friends group.
here in the building?
Yeah, in the building. So it'll be like, you'll stop at the front desk and you'll sign up and then they'll give you, and I know that at least one of them is one of the qualifiers for, we also have the year-long one going on too. And one of them will be one of the same books. So like you can read it in marketers. So yeah.
All right, and the teen group. Emmett, are you here to represent your group?
So, I think this actually goes into the last month's meeting, but on October 21st, they had a Tutor Tuesday night. They kind of advertised the work areas that's over there, and we got some new tables over the summer, which is super amazing. So just to kind of advertise that, we want to do it again, in the spring. We don't have one scheduled yet, but we have that on the agenda for our next meeting. Especially with ACTs coming up for a lot of the juniors, that's going to be really good space and good material for them, because the library has a lot of books for that. We had a trivia night on November 14th. That was a Friday. We were having technical computer problems, but we kind of figured it out and it was a lot of fun. So thank you to everyone who came. We decided to do another one on December 9th. That's the only event we're gonna do for the month of December, just because that month gets a little more busy with everyone has holiday stuff happening. So we're keeping it kind of on the down low for that month. And then we had a committee meeting on November 17th and are planning to meet again in January, so.
Okay. Thanks, Emmett. Any questions for Emmett or comments?
How many students do you have?
I want to say 5 or 6. Yeah.
I think that sounds right.
I'm sure it's not 6, 7. Couldn't resist.
So is the council everybody, or is that just, so you
Yeah.
basically have about five or six?
Yeah, I want to say we have a 5 people who are named. I think we have 2, maybe 1 or 2 other people who don't have like a named position. So
They show up to the meetings.
yeah. So
Okay. You still have an opening. Isaiah's interested.
okay, well, we were
Yeah.
talking about recruiting another person actually, so we
Okay.
had one person who dropped out because they got busy with it being their senior year, so we are looking for another person. We'll always make more room.
What did you say was going on at 12:09? I was writing and I missed it.
Sorry, I was talking fast. We're gonna do another trivia night and then we do. Thanks.
Like you use like,
Thanks, Emmett.
Yeah.
awesome.
And renovation updates.
The arms are on the door because the door people came, but the electrician didn't come at the same time. So they don't work yet. So I know they look really nice, but you can press the buttons and they won't open. The electrician is gonna come tomorrow before we open at like 8:15, and hopefully we can get everything done tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll have to push it to the first week in December because I am gone all next week. But hopefully the doors will be working by the end of the day. And then we're waiting on a quote. They are looking for a sway bar for that front door. So yes. So yeah, I like this door company. Yeah, it all sorts of door needs, and that's fill them all. So that's fun. Yeah, and I assume we'll see that bill then by next meeting as well.
What did we find about the door lock?
So the bar should help with that. So that's part of the whole, I said, can you fix it? We don't want to have to lock it from the outside. And they said, yes, we'll make it so that you can lock it from the inside and we'll get you a push bar.
Okay,
So yes.
that's what you meant by the bar. Thank you.
That's what I mean, yeah. Whole thing.
Good.
Yeah.
There's some significant improvements.
Mhm.
Hey, any other questions for Becky regarding the renovation? For the doors specifically? Moving on then. Board seat process. Thank you to Becky for updating this document and simplifying things. This did come in our packets earlier in the week. Hopefully you've had a chance to look it over. Looks good to me. All I need is how many questions or comments, if you have any, and then a motion to adopt.
I got a couple of comments or questions.
Mhm.
I was the one last time that was making it sound more complicated than it needed to be. I think we can revise this still.
Okay.
I think Galen was the one who had made the comment at one point that, well, I don't really know anybody who's coming on until I see him at the first meeting. And I'm probably a little bit off at that point, but I'm suggesting a couple of changes. One, just very minor up at the very top. the first paragraph with the identifying and recommending individuals who are interested. I'd take out the and recommending,
Okay,
because I really don't think that's our
right,
rule.
that's,
The number 1 paragraph, notification of vacancy, at the end of that paragraph, I would put in a sentence, I wrote one that says, it's not magical. Notice of such opening shall be posted on the library website and social media. So we let everybody know that there's an opening. I didn't have any issue with 2 or 3. I would replace 4 and 5 because that again makes it sound like we're reviewing the list and we're recommending, or we're somehow tinkering with the list. And I put together a single paragraph, basically saying compilation and forwarding, kind of looking at what you got here. The library director will compile a list of all individuals who have submitted consideration forms. I tried to use your language as much as you have there. Have submitted consideration forms and forward that list along with the forms to the appropriate appointing authority for whatever use they choose to make of the information. The list and forms shall be simultaneously emailed to any then current library board members who have requested it. It is understood that the library director and any library board members who wish to make any such contact, who wish to make contact as they deem appropriate with the appointing authority regarding such pending appointment. In other words, we're all free to make contact if we want to, or we don't want to. And which is our right anyways. You don't really have to say it, but just kind of acknowledging that there's nothing magical about us being here or involved in it. Just we're told whose names are being passed along, whether it's to Brian or whoever the next county board chair would be, or to the mayor. Does that? I mean, you as a director, Becky, recommend?
do whatever you guys want. That all sounds fine to me. I
Okay.
mean, I want your paragraphs read,
Sure.
because I.
You didn't memorize it?
No. Here I go.
I just,
Grandma.
but I mean, yeah, whatever, I mean, that sounds easier than everything else. Yeah. Should we just, to make it super easy, do you guys want to have to request it, or should I just simultaneously email it to current library board members? That was my only question.
So you want
I just I'd say automatically email it to the board
we won't
members.
request it.
Yeah,
That was the only part of it. I was like,
Might as well. What's another email?
well, I mean, I literally will just send it to everyone at the same time, and then boom, you will all have it.
Easier for you because then you don't have to think, who do I have to?
yeah, that seems better all around.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the language changes seem fine. But yeah, I'm hereby requesting everything be sent to me so that I can then not look at any of it until it's too late.
I do agree. I think like one of the biggest things I had with it last time was just that we don't really have to say in the process whatsoever. So I do appreciate that makes it these.
Any other suggestions, corrections, or updates? So we have a choice. We can allow Becky to put together all of that language into a document you may see in front of you and vote on it next time. Well, 2 times
Two
from
times.
now, because this bill's only next month. Or we can approve it with the understanding that she will make the corrections. Yes.
Make a motion, we approve as amended.
Great. Motion made by Brian. Do we have
I'll second that.
a second by Christie to approve the recommendation procedure policy as adjusted by Bruce's comments? All in favor, say aye.
We have
Aye.
read
Yeah.
back, make sure that the amended, what you
Oh, sure.
is gonna be what we're getting.
Sure, but I just moved all those sheets around so I could go on to the next thing. Okay, so first of all, after we're getting rid of recommending in the first line up at the top. And then after notification of vacancy, we're gonna have a line that's a sentence at the end of that that says, notice of such openings will be posted on the Facebook page and the library website. And then instead of number 4 and 5, we're going to have a number 4 that says compilation and forwarding. And it's going to say the library director will compile a list of all individuals who have submitted consideration forms and forward that list along with the forms to the appropriate appointing authority for whatever use they choose to make of the information. The list and forms shall be simultaneously emailed to any then current library board members. It is understood that the library director and any library board members who wish may make such contact as they deem appropriate with the appointing authority regarding such pending appointment. You write really long sentences. No.
Yeah, that's what I just.
All right, any further discussion? Does that satisfy your need there, Brian? Very good. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, say no.
Aye.
Motion is carried. Then you'll notice that the next item is grayed out. That's just a reminder to come back to that in the new year and so that we don't forget about it. So the next item for tonight is the budget.
So I took the $500 out of video games that we wanted to take out and put that into capital expense. And then I adjusted the new payroll for the new hires and put any extra from that into capital expense. The only thing that might change is I don't know about the health insurance yet for the new hire. So, Jody was on a family plan, so I don't think that any increase would be more than the 3,200 that we have set aside in capital expense. But as soon as I have that, you'll see it again.
So, I'm sorry, the minutes you approved the budget last month, right?
We approved it. We knew it was gonna squish a little and we approved it with the video game change.
Okay.
And we had decided that any extra would go into a capital expense line so that we have that.
Okay, so what you're presenting here is what was approved last month.
Essentially.
Yes.
Yes. Technically doesn't need further approval. It's
No.
more for your.
So it's, okay, so this is what was approved.
It's what we, no, yes, yes. Yes.
The intent was approved.
Yes.
Some of the specific details might be slightly different.
Yes. And we weren't sure if there was going to be a little bit of a savings on the health line. It sounds like no, but I'm good with the 0 increase. That's fantastic. So, yeah.
No,
For purposes of the city and the county both, the bottom line number hasn't changed. This is the number that we had approved, the $350,165. That's the number that we had approved the last time.
Right.
Okay.
And
So
it makes us
I think we-
15 cents under for the budget. I don't usually get that specific. That's why that number is 3239 instead of 324.
So any further questions or concerns? Not need to vote on this again unless someone is very highly about that. Bottom line.
only because I typed the minutes. I was thinking there was gonna be a drop in what we were putting in the internet. Oh, so am I off?
You're right. I don't have that number yet. So there still could be a drop in the
Okay.
internet. No,
Okay.
you are 100% right. Because we are switching to Narvado next year. We're just working on the back end. Iflis has to set up I want to say router, but I'm not a computer person, so that could be completely wrong. But Chris has to do something on his end that he's never done before, but he's confident that he will be able to do it to make the internet work.
So there's internet's blank on
Yeah.
this budget, so
What was it, Blaine?
Yeah. Are we over budget then?
if you put something in there, yeah,
Does this auto populate?
All right, well, you guys will see this again in January and I'll have the actual number and I'll show it to you. It's not more than $3,200, so no, we shouldn't be over budget. It'll just mess with that capital expense line a little bit.
Okay.
Because internet was, all right. Internet was $1,200 and phone was $1,500, which is $2,700. And it's going to be less than that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it.
Right,
There we go. So 2,700 or less.
yes.
And then, yeah, and then whatever it adjusts to will come out of capital expense. So no, we won't be over budget. I can confidently say that.
Okay.
We just might have less to go into the building fund for 2026, which is okay, because I don't know that we're gonna have it worked out that we can keep all those capital funds yet or not, so. But yes, I apologize, I didn't notice that would play. Yay.
With the spelling, when you fill it in.
Oh, yeah.
Internet.
Fine. All right,
Do you want to fix Susan's last name too later in it?
what, is that not how I spell her last name? Is it the E and the I?
The and I.
Oh, they're my mortal enemy. All right.
I think so, double check, I think.
That looks like.
I know, but I.
Okay, any further questions on the budget?
Check it.
Thank you for your attention to detail, everyone. Bills for November.
You're gonna notice that we're paying $495 for the mini storage again, and that is because the $1,300 that we paid last month was actually them misbilling us, so we didn't owe them that much money. So they voided that check and then told Shelby that they voided that check, and then I removed that amount from last month's bills on my spreadsheet. So we actually only owe them $495 to get us caught up until March. So huzzah! So that is why it's I think that's the only thing I had, Bruce. Do you have anything else?
I don't think there was anything. We've got a large bill in here, two large amounts for Ingram, just because of how they're apparently billing, and it seems to be kind of awkward for us catching it. But I understand, Becky, you figured you got that pretty well set going forward to stay on top of that. But it's still stuff that we all ordered and received. It's just a matter of the billing catching up with us and how it gets paid through the city.
Yeah.
And it's still within our budget categories, nothing unusual to it. And again, it shows also on the last page, it shows the $365, no, not 365, 326. That is the second part of the book sale month. So that on top of 1,800 and something left.
Get all concerned, Becky, with the areas that were in the red.
No, they've been kind of adjusted for next year. And we're in the black on enough of my spreadsheet and enough of Shelby's spreadsheet that no, I'm not. I'm not overly concerned. So we're all right.
Any further discussion or questions?
Just kind of as a follow-up, I know last year, the year before, we talked about some of the finance committee maybe meeting with you, Becky and Shelby, late November, early December to finalize any of those numbers. Is that something that's still discussed or?
We didn't feel the need, but we didn't see the table either.
Oh, okay.
We created, Becky, you created the form earlier
Right.
this year, and I would say you need to get that form out to the finance committee just to make sure that we're on track for that exact reason.
Sounds good.
But other than that, but I don't think we're concerned on it, Christie. But yes, that we are concerned in the sense of, yes, we're trying to pay attention. But we need to get the form.
But the numbers aren't concerning.
Right.
Okay.
Great. I'm looking for a motion to approve the November bills.
That would be in the amount of $6,076.97. Which is. That is, but. In any event, that's the amount we're requesting for above the line. We do have a request for $20 below the line. Come out of replacements for some materials for the new Richmond line.
Annie, do you know what you're talking about?
I don't.
Bruce, can you give us a quick reminder?
Yes. I wasn't trying to keep you in the dark. The board had this treasurer's report, and I'll be happy sometime.
Okay.
And also, but that treasurer's report that you saw earlier is dealing with what's referred to as board designated funds. These are funds that were never tax money. They were always donations, they were fines, they were
Sales.
book sale money, all sorts of non-tax money. They are under the authority, the direct authority and held by this library board of trustees. And they total up a little over $90,000. They're very significant. And that's what we refer to as below the line. So we receive money. The last page of all the materials you've got there show money to the board and then total from the board. Well, to the board this time was $826, which were these different items that go into it. Eric's got it there in front of you. That stuff goes into the board designated funds. Copier is kind of an oddball one here. We charge for copy. We keep that money. We pay for the maintenance and we pay for the copier itself out of the board stuff. It's not tax. So that's below the book line. The stuff above the line, we're required as a board to approve the bills that the city pays. Because the budget that we were just talking about a few minutes ago is the budget as it runs through the city, of which the county winds up paying, give or take, about half. But still, the money goes through the city. So every monthly meeting, we have the bills to approve for the ongoing stuff.
Thanks, Bruce.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, I am looking for a motion to approve the bill above and below the line.
I'll make that one.
Motion made by Brian, second.
I'll second it.
Second by Jeff. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion is carried. Do we have any new business to add to the agenda? This would technically be for the January
Right.
agenda. December, we're keeping just a bills approval. It's typically a difficult meeting to get enough board members present at to have a quorum to accomplish any other business. So we'll stick with bills only for December and keep that short and sweet, probably under 10 minutes, guys.
Oh, you.
And then
yeah,
the
wow.
January meeting is what we're looking for. Do you have any new business to add to that meeting? If you do in the meantime, feel free to shoot me or Becky an email and we will make sure that gets added. Okay, date and time for December.
I think we already said it.
We did set
said.
Yeah, when did we set it for?
I'm trying to
18th.
The 18th.
The 18th.
Yes, that is correct. December 18th at 5:05. Short and sweet. I need at least 3 of us total to approve the bills.
That'll be here.
We're not meeting Christmas Day. Knock on wood.
Great. Our meeting is adjourned at 5:38.
38.
Whoa.
Pretty good myself.
It's pretty good.
Impressive.
Here, Bruce is on.
That's just Thursday.
Becky said I have to get you to sign it.
And then I'll make you a photocopy of the thing. All right, thanks, Galen. I'll send you this tomorrow morning. Bye.